is enough said.
Happy Taco Tuesday, Heat Nation. Your boy Ernest here, back with another Miami Heat Talk video. My apologies for the super high energy today, you guys. I'm feeling good. I'm blessed by the Lord. Yesterday, my daughter started her first day of kindergarten. Today was her second day, y'all. I'm feeling so happy, warm in my heart. So go ahead and show your boy some love by smashing that like button. Do not forget to subscribe. If y'all have kids, let me know. Did they start school already? How was it dropping them off on their first day? I'm really interested in knowing. But now, I want to rock and roll on another Miami Heat Talk adventure, you guys. And remember, y'all, like I always tell y'all, no matter what's going on in life, no matter how bad things seem, if you woke up this morning, if God gave you the power of opening your eyes and getting out of bed, you're already winning. It's a great day. Now let's talk about Miami Heat basketball, y'all, because I got a juicy one for you today. A report came out by Bleacher Report that suggested that the Miami Heat could possibly look into a trade for Kyle Kuzma. And I'll be honest with y'all, when I see like reports and posts on social media and stuff like that, you know, you kind of take it with a grain of salt. But at the end of the day, Bleacher Report is a very credible source, and there has been mutual interest in the past between Kyle Kuzma and the Miami Heat. Now, granted, we know that Kyle Kuzma, Tyler Hero have some baby mama drama in the past, but from what I've known, what I've heard through the grapevines, that's kind of been squashed. But Kyle Kuzma actually presents something very interesting for the Miami Heat. And before I get to the trade idea, you guys, I want to break down Kyle Kuzma's career in a little aspect, because in my opinion, this is a guy that you could actually look to trade for multiple reasons. The first reason, he gives you exactly what you're looking for. 6'9", 225 pounds. The last few years, he's had some golden years. Started with the Los Angeles Lakers, beat us in the 2020 NBA championship. But when he was with LeBron, he was kind of stagnant as a number 3 role. Wasn't really hitting his stride. Then he got traded to Washington in 2021. And for the last 3 years, he's been the modern of consistency for the Wizards. Last year was his very best season as a Washington Wizard. He averaged 22.2 points a game, 6.6 rebounds, 4.2 assists, 46% from the field on 18 attempts. He had averaged almost 34% from the three-point line on 6.5 attempts a game. He averages about 77% from the field. This is a guy that gives you exactly what you need, an offensive presence. Trading for him is something similar like when you traded for Terry Rozier. It's scoring power. If you were to have a roster with Kyle Kuzma, Bam Adebayo, Terry Rozier, Tyler Hero, and Jimmy Butler, that's kind of a big offensive lineup. One of those guys would obviously have to come off the bench just to give you some scoring firepower off the bench. But then obviously it's because what are you going to have to give up for a guy like Kyle Kuzma? Now, it was reported in Bleacher Report, and they said something very interesting. Kyle Kuzma, who's 29 years old, with the averages that he had, which I just went over, he'd be an ideal starting power forward between Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo, as a scoring threat who can space the floor and serve as a willing passer. Kyle Kuzma has a lot of different aspects to his game. Now, I really feel that if you were to trade for a guy like Kyle Kuzma and be able to keep your big 4, so to speak, it's going to give you a lot of flexibility. Eric Spoelstra is the best coach in the NBA. He can figure out what works best. But it's depending on what you would have to give up. Now, Bleacher Report suggested a trade that I thought was very flexible. The Miami Heat would receive Kyle Kuzma as a part of a 3-team trade with the Orlando Magic and the Washington Wizards. The Miami Heat would receive Kyle Kuzma. The Orlando Magic would receive Malcolm Brogdon, Josh Richardson, and a 2026 second-round draft pick. In return, the Washington Wizards would receive Cole Anthony, Jet Howard, the Magic's rookie from last season, Nikola Jovic from the Heat, Duncan Robinson from the Heat, and a future first-round draft pick from the Miami Heat. Now, on paper, the numbers work, salaries match, this trade would work. Realistically, would this happen? I kind of doubt it. Because the Washington Wizards get a great haul. I mean, the players that they get back are amazing. The fact that the Miami Heat don't have to give up Kel'el Ware or Jaime Jaquez Jr. and still receive Kyle Kuzma, awesome. Now, it sucks you have to lose Nikola Jovic over that. But you're getting back Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma is kind of what you want Nikola Jovic to be. We all know that this is the end of the Jimmy Butler build, whether it's this year or next year. We're coming to the end. So right now, it's all in for the Jimmy Butler build to win a championship. However, you still want to keep your flexibility, especially with young pieces, moving forward in the Bam Adebayo era. So a trade like this works. And especially because Kyle Kuzma's contract is a very interesting contract. It's a contract where he gets the most money in the beginning of the contract, less money on the back end. As an example, this year, he's getting $23.5 million. Next season, for the 2026 season, he's going to get $21.4 million. His final year, in the 26-27 season, he's going to get $19.4 million. With the numbers that I just told you guys, 22.2 points a game, almost 7 rebounds, almost 4 assists a game. In today's NBA, guys like that get way more money than Kyle Kuzma's getting. So that's a very favorable contract. Also, the back end of that contract is going to be incredibly tradable. Like I've mentioned in previous videos, the Miami Heat can look to make a home run hit in the 2026 offseason. So you make a trade like this to open flexibility finances and create assets for a potential trade. But would the Orlando Magic do a trade like this? They're getting Malcolm Brogdon. They're also getting Josh Richardson. Malcolm Brogdon can really help the Orlando Magic with what they're trying to do. Malcolm Brogdon is an incredible bench player. He's a guy that can easily give you 15 points a game, and he can create in a lot of different aspects. So I do think the trade for all three teams works, but would the Orlando Magic want to give up Cole Anthony and Jet Howard for Josh Richardson and Malcolm Brogdon? Josh Richardson is a guy that can help them mid-season. He does give veteran presence for a young Orlando Magic team, also with Malcolm Brogdon as well. So I do think the trade would work. I mean, if I give a percentage of the likelihood of something like this can happen, I'd say anywhere from 10 to 20%, maybe even less than that. Because I've said this before, you guys. This Miami Heat team, this is the team that you're going to see. They love what they have. They feel that this team, fully healthy, can contend. Now, I will say this. The trade deadline's in February. Let's say we go through the season and this team just doesn't have it. Well, then maybe it's time to open up some flexibility. So I want to hear from you, Heat Nation. Do you think a Kyle Kuzma trade would be smart for the Miami Heat to do, knowing that they're looking to win with this Jimmy Butler build? Or do you feel a trade like this would hamper and hurt us moving into the future? Because you're not only losing Nikola Jovic, but you're also throwing in a future first-round draft pick, which we don't have many of those. So I'm curious to hear what you guys think, Heat Nation. Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like the video. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel as we push for 5,000 subscribers. Thank y'all for the continued love and support. I know it's really slow time right now with the NBA. I know times are really tough right now, so I appreciate those that ride with me and stick with me and continue to view and comment the videos. Y'all the real MVPs. Until next time, your boy Ernest out, and that is enough said. Yeah, buddy. Let's go.